Hi, Sweet Pea.
Hi, Mummy Bear.
We have episode 32 of Good Ol Chit-Chats.
We do.
And this week is with Wayne Williams.
Yes.
Who was on episode 1 of Gardeners World 2025.
Yeah.
And he is the head gardener at Ventnor Botanic Gardens on the Isle of Wight.
Yes.
And do you remember he looked round, or took Adam Frost round?
Yeah.
The beautiful gardens there, and was talking quite a bit about climate change and what impact it's having on his plants.
So a lot of flowers flowering forever, some not at all, some doing just weird things.
Weird and wonderful things.
And the fact that they're able to now have an olive grove and a citrus grove that they're adding in.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's just mad.
Well, Wayne is the guru on tropical plants, it seems, and we have a very tropically dream garden.
Oh, it is brilliant. I pretty much every plant I didn't know what it was, and it was just great. I was just like, yes, enlighten me to all these new plants.
It was so fun looking up all the plants.
It was.
And just learning. I mean, every time we speak to someone on these chit-chats, there's a plant I don't know. Usually the trees I'm not very good at.
Yeah, I'm not so
this
good
one,
at trees either.
It was just about every plant. And I really loved his choices.
It was really cool.
Yeah, learnt such a lot. So
it was a
thank
paradise
you,
garden.
It was a paradise garden. We find out about edible bananas being developed for the UK climate.
Yeah, very interesting.
Helen's hybrid.
Yep.
What you have to do when you want a national collection.
Yes, that I think is something very interesting to learn about, because I personally had no idea what you needed to do.
No. And we find out what scents are used in Chanel No. 5.
Also, it's a must-have knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. And we also hear what Overner's, Grockles and Culkheads are. Yeah. Bit of Isle of Wight lingo.
We learnt a lot of languages.
We will be putting all the links, as usual, on our website, notjustagarden.co.uk, and that will be links to the recommendations that Wayne makes, and also to Ventnor and to Wayne's YouTube channel, where he does a lot of tropical plant talk.
It is.
So you can check him out there.
You learn from the bee's knees.
You learn from the bee's knees.
Yep, he is the bee's knees.
Okay. Now, we have various noise situations going on.
Gosh, they're getting that bad, are they?
Yeah, well, with this one, we had some problems due to tech issues Wayne's end. Yeah. Which meant we weren't able to use our usual software that we use for recording.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So we end up getting a very kind of muted sound from Wayne, so I had to ramp up all the sound on his
amps.
And what that means is you get all sorts of noise in the background. It sounds like there's an extractor fan going, a kettle boiling,
a storm, wind,
storm brewing. You can hear tummy rumbles, you can hear rustling of his clothes.
Gotcha.
There's squeaks of his chair, I think.
Oh.
So apologies for that. It does mean, because he is very faint, it means you won't probably be able to listen to this one whilst driving. Yeah. Unless you've got a really good
do not drive
that doesn't make a lot of noise. Also, I like to listen to my podcast when I'm cooking. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't be able to hear this one.
No.
So we're really sorry about that, but hopefully you can pick out what's being said.
And it's a must-have podcast to listen to, because you're going to
such a good one, but it's so faint.
Yeah, there's so much info and knowledge in this.
There really is. Persevere with it. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
So, Sweet Pea, what's the format?
For Wayne's Paradise Garden, the format was garden boundary, shed or greenhouse, 5 ornamentals, 5 edibles, 1 statement tree, pond or pool plus 1 plant. He had a very cool idea for that one.
He did.
I loved it. And finally, his favourite seating area, drink, and 1 plant for that area.
Yeah.
And after our chat, I remember you saying to me, I don't know what to do about my dream garden anymore. Because it's changing all the time. I've got new information, new ideas.
New plants I'm being told about.
Oh,
tricky one.
Very difficult.
If you have any comments or have any questions, then please do get in contact with us. You can do that through our website, notjustagarden.co.uk, or through our email address, which is notjustagarden@outlook.com.
Yeah.
And please do, if you're enjoying our podcast, like and subscribe.
Yep. Thumbs
follow,
up.
All the things you have to do.
Hearts.
On Apple iTunes or Spotify or wherever you're listening to it.
Maybe a little 5-star review if you're just really happy. That's always
awesome.
Nice. Puts a smile on everybody's face.
But I think we should get stuck into this one.
Absolutely.
This is episode 32, a good old chit-chat with Wayne Williams.
To watch the sunset in paradise.
Yes. Welcome, Wayne, to Good Ol Chit-Chat.
Thank you for inviting me.
So we saw you on Gardeners World not that long ago. It's episode 1 of this new series.
That's correct.
You were at the beautiful Ventnor Botanic Gardens on the Isle of Wight.
Yes,
but when we were having a little nosy online about what you've been up to in the past, we heard you came from Birmingham Botanic Gardens. Is that right?
That's correct, yes. I was there for a long time. I was there for 26 years in total.
26 years at Birmingham.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was your route into horticulture?
So as a teenager, I was really interested in gardening anyway. I used to potter in my own parents' garden.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to read lots of books. Of course, back then there was no internet, so I used to read a lot of books and watch Gardener's World.
Of course, you were really into it then as a young kid.
Oh, yeah, and lots of other gardening programmes. And I remember Channel 4's gardening club. There was Carol Klein and Matthews Biggs, yes,
right.
And they were really inspirational to me, and it was
Mm.
great. And Roy Lancaster as well, who's one of my heroes.
Were you watching all of that because your parents were watching it, or was it your own thing that you were into?
It's my own thing. I mean, obviously, I think I was interested in nature anyway, and we used to go on lots of walks with Dad, so we used to do a lot of nature walks and stuff, so that certainly helped. And Mum and Dad did do bits of gardening in their own garden, but never took it very seriously. But they wanted to have a nice tidy garden, of course, and enjoy that in the summertime.
Yeah.
But yeah, something inside me, I don't know what really wanted me to take it up as a career.
Yeah.
I do also remember when I was 5 at infant school.
Oh,
and
wow.
remember sewing mustard and cress on blotting paper and putting it on the windowsill.
Oh, yes.
And seeing it germinate in about 3 days, and I thought that was incredible.
Fascinating.
And so magical.
Yeah.
And that definitely stuck with me too.
Yeah, wow. So
yeah.
it's really been ingrained in you then, something really
Definitely.
inherent.
Yeah.
And so did you, at school, were you doing GCSE? Are you a GCSE baby?
I did
or you
GCSEs, yes, I did,
GCSEs?
yes.
And then did you go on to do A-levels, or did you go to horticultural college?
No, so what I did, straight from school when I was 16, I joined a local college.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I did go into a job centre straight after school because, of course, again, no internet. And I thought, well, how do I go about starting my career in horticulture that I want to do?
Yeah.
You know, so there was no book saying how to do that.
No.
Yeah,
And so I thought, well, I'll go to the local job centre, see if they can give me some careers advice. Because careers advice wasn't very good at school, to be honest, either, and they never ever mentioned horticulture as a career.
Really?
And
Okay.
I think today that's quite commonplace. Even today, I've heard.
So how was the job centre then with the advice, or were they a bit lacking?
Looking back, obviously, it's a long time ago.
You're just going to talk about your dream garden, didn't you?
But they did. I mean, obviously, at first they were like, oh, I don't know, you know. But then after a time, after they punched a few keys on the old keyboard on the old computers, they did find the information there and could see that if I signed up with a local college, which I was aware of, they did courses there, and I thought, oh great, you know, that's what I was hoping for.
Was that an agricultural college or just a
No, it was a
sixth
mixed college just for general further education.
Yeah.
So I did my City and Guilds level 1, as it was then.
Okay.
And then went on to MVQ level 2. So that was for 2 years, and I did like a youth training scheme, as it was then, like an apprenticeship scheme, which was fantastic. It meant going to college 1 day a week, and then going to my work placement for 4 days a week, and that was for 2 years. And that was at Birmingham Botanic Gardens.
Right.
So I had a field officer who obviously contacted the head gardener there at the time. Said, I've got this guy who's really interested. He's only young, but he knows so much already. So I've self-taught all the plant names.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And then obviously I had a site visit and thought, wow, what a place. This is where I want to be. Yes, please. And kept my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And then luckily, they took me on as an apprentice for 2 years.
That must have been incredible.
And I loved it, obviously. And after that, I knew I definitely wanted to do it, and went to Pershaw College in Worcestershire.
Oh yeah.
And went there for 3 years. Then I did a national diploma, which is level 3 these days, and that was a 3-year full-time course at the time. And for the middle year, you had to choose a placement.
Yeah.
and applied to that, and that was at RHS Wisley in Surrey.
Oh, wow.
For a year. So that was
Great place.
incredible, as
Yeah.
you can imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did 5 years of studying straight from school in horticulture, which was amazing.
So you're qualified up to the hilt then, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've really gone
Well,
for
I
it.
could have done even more. I could have
Yeah.
done level 4. I could have done a HND, a high national diploma,
Right.
Wow.
and I could have even gone even higher and then gone on to a master's or something. So I could have done 6 or 7 years in total.
What would that give you?
More sort of managerial, obviously,
Oh, okay.
managerial qualification. Well, it's still horticulture, but it's just a higher course, more sort of business studies and management
Right.
sort of level.
Yeah.
Which of course I got anyway, just by obviously building up my work.
Learning on the job.
Anyway, in the job over the years in my various roles.
Yeah.
And so at Birmingham, I had different roles in those 26 years. Of course, I started as a student, then I got I first got my full-time job as a gardener after Pershaw. When Pershaw was coming to an end, I looked in Horticultural Week magazine, which is a trade magazine,
Okay.
and there's always jobs in the back, and I could see that there was a job available as a gardener at Birmingham Botanical Gardens. I thought, wow, I know everybody there,
Coming
of
back
course, I
home.
know the areas, I've had
Wow.
experience in all of them.
Yeah.
I'd be crazy not to apply, so I did, and obviously got the job. I
That
then also
must have been
went on to be a plant records officer,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
work on the plant database, because botanical gardens have that. Of course, it's important to keep track of the plants
Yeah.
Yeah.
on a database. Where do you get them from? What date did they come in? That kind of thing. So accessions, as it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that must be really long work, making sure writing out everything.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. And then went on to propagator in the nursery. So worked in the nursery full time. I ended up getting that role.
That would be fun.
I was in that role for about 14 years. So growing everything from bedding plants and from seed and alpines all the way up to tropical plants and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then after a while then was made senior horticulturist of the internal areas of the nursery and the glass houses,
Okay.
and then finally became head gardener there after a time. So
Yeah.
and I was head gardener there for almost 5 years, I think it was.
So after 26 years at Birmingham, that's
Yes.
quite a big move, taking your family down to the Isle of Wight,
Yeah.
and right on the south coast of the Isle of Wight as well.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
So how did that come about?
So unfortunately I was made redundant in my role at Birmingham.
What?
But
Oh, that was a surprise.
it was a surprise, but I knew I definitely loved horticulture, obviously, really passionate about it, not ready to retire.
No, not yet.
So, and I'd always dreamed that, certainly in retirement, I'd move to the south coast somewhere, didn't really know exactly where,
Yeah.
but I just dreamt of being by the coast.
Yeah, of course.
And I thought, I could have a look round and see what jobs are available down south, and
Yeah, an opportunity.
perhaps, not retire, but sort of make the move down there ready for that in the future.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And started looking around, and of course I had some ideas of some of the places we'd been on holiday where we liked, and of course one of those places was the Isle of Wight. And so we started looking at house price, of course, which is very important, especially on the south coast.
What's it like
Yeah.
on the Isle of Wight comparatively?
And the Isle of Wight compared to the south coast is cheaper,
Right.
Brilliant.
which does help, of course.
Yeah.
And we were lucky, we don't have children, so it's just me and my partner Julia. And so that obviously made the move a bit easier too. We didn't have to worry about finding the correct schools.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And started looking around, and then I thought, really like the idea of the Isle of Wight. And in fact, my mother's side, my mother's ancestors were from the Isle of Wight.
Oh, wow.
And my
Going back to your
great-grandfather-
origins.
Yeah, so my great grandfather, I remember well. He lived in Southampton when I was a child, but he was originally from the Isle of Wight.
Right.
And it goes back to the 1700s.
Oh.
I've traced it back.
Wow.
So it's amazing to think that great grandfather left the island about 100 years before I came
Amazing.
over,
And you're back
which is
there.
amazing. I'd never would have predicted that,
No.
obviously.
No.
So you just
Wow.
funny how life turns out sometimes.
is,
You just
isn't
can't
it?
predict.
So you
Yeah,
took,
so it was meant to be.
Yeah, being made
Yeah.
redundant is an unpleasant feeling, but you turned it into a real opportunity to
Oh,
to go
I was
somewhere you
determined
wanted
to
to go.
turn a negative into a positive. and
But
that's
it couldn't
definitely
have
what I
got more
did.
positive to get Ventnor
That's
Botanic
right.
Gardens.
Exactly.
So from one to another,
Yeah.
and in a location you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Landed on
And
your feet.
actually, I saw the job role, and you can imagine, oh my gosh,
It's just meant to be.
what meant to be. And so I started applying. I had friends contact me. Have you seen? Yes, leave me alone. I'm halfway through the application.
I need
So
to
I've got to get it in
focus.
So yeah, it's amazing.
How incredible. And then Julie, was she working? Did she have to ditch her job to make the move, or has she got something flexible that allowed?
She did, yeah. So she's been in admin and reception work all of her life.
Right.
But obviously, it's all about being flexible, of course. So obviously, with my job role was perfect.
Yeah.
And so she's got some work. She's been
She was able
quite
to find
flexible
something
and got
there.
some work. Yeah.
Lovely. And it's worked out, has it? You enjoying your
It
time
has,
down
yeah,
there?
really good.
And is that where you're going to retire?
Possibly. I'm
Who
not going to
knows,
say
right?
definitely, because you just
You
don't know
just
about
don't.
life, do you? As I've just said.
Absolutely.
So,
All sorts
but
of
we do love
curveballs.
it here very much. We love
Yeah.
both the island and the gardens.
Yeah.
Very much. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And the gardens looked incredible from the bit that we saw at Garden as well. Obviously, they can't show all of it, but we then researched it for our recaps and just looked absolutely stunning. And if we get a chance to head that way, we'd definitely come and visit.
Please
for
do.
sure.
It'd be great. I'd love to give you a tour round. It would be amazing.
That would be. We'll hold you to that for sure.
Yeah.
But, we were reading that there are 30,000 rare and subtropical plants there. And one of the things that you mentioned was this changing climate, and so you now have plants that are kind of flowering all year round. Just these exhausted plants,
Or not at all.
wanting a break.
Yeah.
And you talked about your French lavender there that had been flowering for 12 months. Is that right? For 12.
It's just incredible. Sometimes it just seems silly saying it, and I can't quite believe what I'm saying. Sometimes, it's just what? Because I remember standing there in front of this French lavender with Adam Frost, and I'm just like, really? It's February? Is it really? No, it's definitely real. I haven't stuck the flowers on. So
Each flower.
We didn't consider that, sweetie.
No.
so
point.
to see July and February is just bizarre. And it was a chilly day when we did the filming, I can assure you.
It
was
looked chilly.
cold. Yeah, we do get cold winds. Of course, we do have winter. Of course, it's the UK.
Yeah.
But we just don't have we don't have the freezing conditions.
No. Okay.
No.
So there was. You showed the citrus
Yes.
you were growing. You were trying all these different ones. What was that one sweet pea that you looked
Buddha's
at?
hand citrus or
Yeah.
something.
Was that what it was?
What is that?
Yeah. So Buddha's hand citrus is obviously a citrus. It's classed as Citrus medica. And Citrus medica, in fact, is classed as the citron or the giant lemon.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a huge lemon, about a rugby ball size, and we used to grow it at Birmingham, actually under glass, of course.
Oh, wow.
It's full of pith and peel,
Right.
so it's not very good for eating, but it's good for chopping up and putting into a curry,
Well,
or chopping it finely and adding it to making it into a candied peel.
Yes.
But if you
Okay,
look
so
at Plants of the World online,
Mhm.
which is obviously the website, which is Q's basically, amongst other people as well, other places have collaborated, and they do the correct nomenclature or plant
Right.
naming
Okay.
for these days, and so a lot of people, including myself, look at that for up-to-date plant naming.
Yeah.
It's changing all the time. And if you type in Citrus medica var sarcodactylis, which is what Citrus Buddha's hand used to be,
That's quite a
don't-
mouthful.
they always are.
Yeah.
They don't accept the variety names, they just class it as Citrus medica,
Okay.
which is exactly the same as the citron.
Right.
But the citron itself is an entire fruit. It's a rugby ball shaped and sized fruit, whereas the Buddha's hand citrus, of course, is very different looking. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
so these
segmented, isn't it? It's like a hand,
Bits of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
but they are the same.
Okay.
lots of
really
pith and
interesting
peel.
shaped fruit.
Which
Sorry,
is
what was that?
Lots,
Sorry?
you said lots of pith and peel, less juice. But
Yes.
Of course, there's so much nutrition in the pith and peel of a lemon. So
Oh yeah, of course,
it's
yeah,
fantastic.
and of
fruit.
course very high in vitamin C, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. There was mention on the show of this olive grove that had been growing
Yes.
there, and had been there. Did they say something like 25 years? No, 25
Yeah,
years.
I thought
that it's
it.
been there?
Yeah, I thought it had been there for 25 years because the trees were so big.
Hmm.
But my director tells me that he thinks that they've only been there for about 9 or 10 years. But
Oh, okay.
it's just amazing because of the climate as well. Things grow so quickly there.
Yeah,
Oh, of course.
but
yeah.
it made
So,
me wonder.
yeah.
25 years ago, were we seeing that bigger change in climate back then to have the foresight of I think an olive grove could work here. It surprised me quite a bit.
Yeah.
In 9 or 10 years, that.
Yeah,
I
at
can
least,
understand
yeah.
That's
Fantastic.
understandable.
And that's completely opposite the citrus grove, as we call it now. So the citrus grove itself, we actually planted about 6 weeks ago, so after the filming of Gardener's World.
Okay.
So we knew that we were doing it. Of course, we had the plants available, so we just planted some a little bit early.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could get it on film. We waited until the worst of the cold winter weather had passed before we planted all of them
Right.
outside.
Yeah.
But of course, most of them will stay outside permanently now. The Buddha's hand citrus, we might move 1 or 2 inside just as a precaution
okay.
because they are tender.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was also another citrus called from Australia, which was new to me, called the caviar citrus,
Oh, yeah.
which is Citrus australasica, I think it is.
Is it because it comes
And
out
it looks like
in a...
caviar when
Yeah.
you open it up.
Wow.
And that was new to me, so we'll be bringing that inside because we've only got 1 plant at the moment
Yeah.
until I've propagated that.
Gosh, how
But
interesting.
all the others will stay outside permanently. It's important to leave them outside and not fleece them and everything else because we want to get a true trial, hardiness trial done.
Right.
And it's really, really difficult because, of course, sometimes you think, oh, I know, on a chilly night, you think, oh, gosh,
Panic
it's getting
sets in.
closer to freezing.
Yeah.
Do we do this? Do we, you want to obviously do your best to look after these
Yeah.
plants just as we do at home.
Yeah.
But we have to obviously go against that and go, no, we can't because it goes against what we're trying to do at Ventnor. We are trying to push the barriers
Yeah.
and see how climate change has changed already.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so not protect them.
Gosh, so interesting, isn't it? To
Yeah.
see what's going to work.
Yeah.
And you're getting this more
Yeah.
kind of Mediterranean sort of climate.
Exactly.
Look, we've had olive trees. You can probably answer this question, Wayne. So we've had little, standard olive trees in pots, and I've had one which sat outside the back door for, crikey, probably about 15 years. In this
Yeah.
pot,
Long
I don't do
time.
anything to it. I don't
Excellent.
feed it. I'm quite neglectful with that one. I don't have any excuse for that.
No.
I was trying to come up with one.
I could was watching the concern and going,
What is
can I
my
say?
good reason for neglecting? But it seems to survive everything, and I've never brought it in the frosts, and we've had plenty of frost. And but,
Excellent.
so are olive trees? Is it just that type that I have, or is it a concern having olive trees in a frosty zone?
Well, I mean, I have seen olive trees on the mainland, of course, myself. I haven't seen like huge ones, and certainly not a grove planted as we do at
Right.
Ventnor. But of course, they're all from the Mediterranean region in the wild.
Yeah.
And of course, when you see them growing there, it's very hot, dry, dusty soil, especially in the summertime. Very poor soils. It's not very alkaline because it's limestone. And very well drained, but very poor stony soils, and that's what we've got really at VBG, as we call it, at Ventnor Botanic Garden.
Yeah.
And the same for the citrus grove. The same for that. Although citrus do need more food, but they
Right.
certainly do want the good drainage and stony soils,
Yeah.
Okay.
and that's what we've got.
Okay.
So,
Right.
so yeah, going back to the olive, yeah.
So me neglecting
you
it's been
normally
great.
have to feed it that much
No.
because of that. They've evolved over the millions of years to put up with those situations, of course.
Put up
Right.
with me. That
Well, there we go.
perfect,
That's your excuse.
yeah, exactly.
You're just a horticultural genius. Knew what
There
you
you
were
go.
doing.
That's what it is. Right. Well, many more questions, but we should get on with your dream garden, Wayne. So
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
hand you over to Sweet Pea, and she will take you through it.
Lovely, thank you.
Righty-ho. So, Wayne, what would be your garden boundaries surrounding your garden?
Right, okay, so boundaries. I do prefer sort of walls to
Oh,
fences
yes.
and hedges. I mean, I do love hedges, to be honest, because of the wildlife value.
Yeah, of course.
But, of course, the drawback is if you have a decent-sized garden, potentially that could be a lot of cutting, unless it's a formal hedge, of course.
yeah.
But I do like walls, and I think a
Walls
lot
are
of us
gorgeous.
can be quite, how can I put it? We can find walls quite romantic in some
Yeah.
ways.
Yes.
They tell a lot of
100%.
history, don't they? Especially if they're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, they're excellent for wildlife anyway. But
Yeah.
also because walls can obviously heat up in the sunshine, can't they?
Yeah.
So
Storage
just like the rocks
radiators.
Just like the rock, exactly. Just like the rocks at Ventnor.
Yeah.
You know, they are storage heaters, aren't they? They heat up in the sunshine and give that off gently during the night as well, so it means you can grow more tender stuff, which is what I love. Obviously, I love my exotics. So definitely stone walls. They're normally low maintenance, but yeah, and they're secure as well. That's a good thing. Usually.
So how high would you have your walls?
Oh, that's a good question. I hadn't thought ahead of that much. But it would have to be a decent size. Yeah. At least 2 meters, possibly 3.
Really? Oh. Pretty high then.
Yeah.
And what's it like at Ventnor? What are the boundaries of Ventnor Botanic Gardens?
The boundaries at Ventnor are very varied, to be honest. And in fact, the one boundary is really interesting. The southernmost boundary is not what you expect at all. It's a low fence with a gate in there, and that leads onto the coastal path. So it's the only botanic garden in the UK that I know of, until someone corrects me. So please, somebody out there, correct me. That has a coastal path, which is great. I think all botanic gardens should have a coastal path, but it's impossible. They couldn't at Birmingham, of course.
No, Birmingham would be a very
little landlocked there, but a coastal path would just be amazing. I mean, that would be in my dream garden, a coastal path. So you can see the sea.
You can get glimpses because there's a lot of trees along there, but the most amazing thing of all is that you can, there's several actually. You can walk down the coastal path and go. We have some other land on the other side of the coastal path too, which is a hop yard. So we grow our own hops because we make our own beer from those hops, and we flavour some of it with some of the eucalyptus trees that we have in the gardens as well.
That's amazing.
So that's for sale in the shop.
Do you brew the beer on site?
We don't, but we take it to a local brewers on the island. So we actually have to have the hops processed. First of all, we pick those in September, so we get everybody on that, which is great. Yeah. In September sunshine, when it's nice and dry and sunny and warm. Yeah. And then it's great fun. So it took us 2 days last year to pick them. 8 rows. Pick 8 rows. Yeah.
So you take the hops off-site to be brewed. Do you take all the other ingredients like the eucalyptus as well? Or?
Yes, we do. Yes.
So that all gets done off-site?
Yeah, because we just don't have the distillery on site, of course. No. So it's an Isle of Wight distillery. There's several breweries on the island, which is nice to keep it local as well, isn't it?
Of course. And what's the name of your beer?
Yeah.
So there's a brand called Hill Hassel. And Hill Hassel was a guy he was a physician who, bit of a long story, but at Ventnor Botanic Garden it used to be a hospital before it became a garden.
Yes.
So in 1869 to 1969, it was a national hospital for the chest, and so people with TB, bronchitis, pneumonia used to go to this hospital, which covered the present car park in length and breadth, 3 stories high. All the doors and windows were open to let all the sea air in, to breathe it in.
Great.
There must have been freezing cold under several sheets, because of course no duvets back then. There must have been so cold, shivering in bed. And Hill Hassel, back in the Victorian period, he became ill, went to the hospital, was a physician, and he couldn't believe how quickly he recuperated and got better.
Wow.
And so he praised the gardens and advertised it and everything. So we've got like a brand name, Hill Hassel, which is a VBG brand for enterprises, for our own stuff basically. So and so we've got a meadow and a hop yard on the other side of the coastal path, and then also if you take the coastal path and turn left and take a 5-minute walk, you get to an absolutely gorgeous cove called Steep Hill Cove. It doesn't belong to the Botanic Gardens, but it's the nearest cove and beach.
Wow.
And it's absolutely beautiful, really, really steep, hence the name Steep Hill.
Yeah. Yep.
We say it's missing one word, and that word is very, because it is very steep.
Really? So the path goes down this cliff face,
there's lots of steps that you go down, and then we have to climb steps back up. But it's a gorgeous cove, only small. It's got thatched cottages on the beach.
Wow.
And it's got a lovely wooden lighthouse where you can stay.
That is so
and
nice.
a few cafes. Yeah. And a few cafes there as well. So it's literally a 5-minute walk from the garden. So it's gorgeous. But it's a short walk, but quite a tricky one to get back up. It's very steep on the way back, so you have to be reasonably fit to do that, of course. But well worth the visit.
Is it white cliffs down there?
They are white cliffs, so it is chalk.
Yeah,
it is chalk.
And is it a sandy or a pebbly beach?
It's a very, very fine pebble.
Right.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
They are like granules almost.
Yeah.
Of sort of. So obviously you can see they're almost sand, not quite. It's sandy coloured. Very
gorgeous.
Yeah, so very pleasant to walk on.
And it makes a nice sound when the sea washes over those little pebbles.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then another short walk from there takes you to Ventnor town itself and the beach there.
Gosh, it's all walking distance from the Botanic Gardens.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Brilliant.
It just sounds like an incredible location.
Yeah.
Really
It is
does.
definitely. So no 2 hours drive to the beach for me anymore.
No, exactly. How things have changed, Wayne, since that day.
That's brilliant. In your dream garden, would you want to be by the sea then?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to see it from your garden, ideally?
Oh, ideally, yes. I mean, I've got a lovely, modest house on the Isle of Wight now. Unfortunately, we don't have a sea view. But of course, that could change in the future, of course.
Of course.
But yes.
Do you mean that could change, of course, because of erosion, and so eventually the sea will be outside your back?
Well, hopefully not just yet. But some parts of the island do suffer from erosion, of course, just like many coastal places do. So we're not too far. We're about a 10-minute walk, 10-minute gentle walk to the coast. So it's nothing.
Bliss, absolute bliss. Yeah, you're talking our language here, Wayne.
Yeah. And also,
so we're not too close, but close enough.
Yeah,
brilliant. And then, what stone would you like the wall in for your dream garden?
Crikey!
Good
I hadn't
question,
thought of
Stephen.
that one. That's a good one.
Brick, limestone, Cotswolds.
Could be.
Cornish.
I love Cotswold stone, of course. I mean, obviously, you know, being from the Midlands originally,
not far
I
from
do
the
love a
Cotswolds.
Cotswold stone. I do love the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
So yes, that sounds wonderful.
Brilliant. Would you like a shed or greenhouse in your dream garden? If you had
Definitely a greenhouse.
Aha.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, during my horticultural career, I've always had the luck of being able to work in greenhouses or glass houses, as you would call, for the bigger ones. And of course, I love my exotics. So of course, with a glass house or greenhouse,
You can have anything.
Of course. No
exactly,
brainer.
you can do. I mean, obviously, if you had all the money that in the world almost,
You do.
you could do whatever you wanted in there. You could have solar panels to heat it, perhaps, just to be more green, so you're not burning fossil fuels. Of course, you get solar gain through the glass anyway. Of course, you can add humidity to that, can't you? You can ventilate. You can, you've got all different toys that you can use to get the conditions. But I'd have a bespoke one if I could.
Yep.
Yes. You can have
From
all
a
the money in the
from a
world.
nice greenhouse company such as Hartley Botanic or something like that. And you could have, like I say, fans, vents, electrics. So you could grow a wide range of plants then.
Lovely.
That'd be great.
What size are we talking for your Hartley Botanic?
Oh,
greenhouse?
crikey. Gosh.
Let me think.
The bigger the better, really.
Yeah.
Because a greenhouse is like a shed, isn't it? It's never big enough, is it?
No. Well, then, what would be 5 ornamentals?
Okay. So, Bougainvillea, of course,
Oh, yes.
which actually we're going to be trialling at VBG shortly. And actually, I've got I've got 2 Bougainvilleas outside on my own private garden.
At home?
At home.
Have you?
Now one, I can only say one really, because I've recently bought one in the last month, and that's in flower, and that's outside still though. But I did leave one outside last year for the first time.
And it was all right.
It's fine. It's defoliated its leaves, but it's fine. You know when you can use your fingernail to check if it's green.
Oh yeah.
The stems, yeah. I've done that all over. It's still very much green.
Wow.
Great.
And it should be growing any time now, because I've done a bit of research, and I've also asked AI and said, when should it be growing back?
Yeah.
And it said, end of April.
Right.
Once the
Fingers
night
crossed.
temperatures start going into double figures, which they start doing that around now at the end of April, early May down here,
That's amazing.
then that should trigger it into growth. How exciting.
So they're the
On
sort
a
of
west-facing wall.
lovely, yeah. So they're the sort of plant you see in the south of France where they're just every wall is
all around the Mediterranean, isn't
every
it? Greece, Italy,
Greece
Spain,
as well, yeah.
everywhere. Originally, and of course, people think they are Mediterranean because of that, but they're not. They're originally South American. They're brought over from the 1700s.
Interesting.
And then established in warm gardens in Europe.
Because they really thrive, don't they, in those countries you mentioned?
So fingers crossed anyway. So it's a great little experiment for me.
What colour would you have?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the vibrant pink one, which is the one I left outside. I've got a purple one in flower at the moment, which I bought. But you can get a huge colour range actually. Orange, amazing. Yellow, white. You can get bicoloured. You can get variegated leaved ones.
Oh, beautiful. They do blow my mind when I see them. I'm thinking of a little fishing village I know on the, not kind of the south of France, not Saint-Tropez, that area, but as you head towards the Spanish border, there's a little fishing village called Culkhead. I don't know if you know it. And the walls are just tumbling. And we've seen them growing right up the side of a house, right high. I've got a photo of you, Sweet Pea, next to one.
Yeah, they're so vigorous, aren't they?
So vigorous. They almost grow like weeds down there. Just everywhere. And they light up the world, don't they? Like,
they definitely
this colour, it's just amazing.
Yeah, and with the blue sky and the blue sea,
that helps
what a contrast.
Well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
gorgeous.
you say you're trialling them at Ventnor. Is that your idea? Did you have the one at home and think we should try this at Ventnor? Or
well, we're about to try them at Ventnor, I should say. So I've got them outside of my own home, and of course it's slightly cooler where I live compared to Ventnor, but only slightly. So if it can grow here, it definitely grow at Ventnor. And of course, Ventnor we hardly ever have frost. Of course, there's only one area in the gardens where you can get a patchy frost in the long borders, as it's called, where it's the lowest point in the garden. So of course cold air sinks, but then it's very, very patchy. It's not all throughout, so you might just see a little bit of frost there, and then the rest of it's clear. So that means then we can grow a lot more, of course. It's amazing.
I just feel my heart racing a bit thinking of all these trials of these plants where you're relying on not having frost. And whilst you can have, we could go through a period of not having any frost at night. That fear, surely would you lie awake at night worrying if one night you heard it was going to be particularly cold?
Well, I would do normally, especially on the mainland, and I have done in the past. But my line manager, the curator Chris, he's been there for 25 years, and I remember asking him in my interview and said, well, in your time here, what's the coldest temperature ever recorded at VBG? And he said, I saw -2 once.
Oh, and that's it.
And then I asked AI several months ago and said, what is the coldest ever recorded temperature in Ventnor as a whole, including the town? And it said in the 1963 winter, that really bitter winter, they recorded -5. And that was then. And of course,
so
everywhere hasn't had a winter such as that. Really, in the whole of the UK. So
it's a pretty safe risk.
So it is. I mean, it goes down to around about 0 briefly, and then bounces back up. So
that's fine.
I'm really confident, and that's why we do all of these trials, of course.
And
of course, it's important to do so because then other gardens around the UK are watching what we grow. And we're learning from it, and then they can learn from us, of course. So
trailblazers.
So, definitely. No. So obviously climate change is worrying, of course. I'm not going to deny that, but equally, it does give us opportunities to grow
work
these other things too.
We don't have any choice, so we've got to work with what's coming.
And we can learn from it, of course. That's what we all want to do.
I think that's something you said on the show, which was basically throw the rule book out the window.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got to just go with the flow, haven't you?
Entirely. I was wondering also, talking on that slightly scary note of when there's a frost, because I know at home that I'm worried if I put the citrus plants outside. Frost,
panic.
But what is the hardest thing about being a head gardener in a botanical garden?
Really good question. The hardest thing, wow. That's really difficult to think of because obviously I love my job. But I think obviously being a head gardener, you really, obviously people realise this, but you really do have to know your stuff, of course. You really have to know your plants well. You need to have some experience of several years behind you, of course. You need to be able to be flexible as well. And of course, there isn't really a usual day in the role, which is one reason why I love it.
That's
because
a nice
every day is
thing,
not the same.
It's
very varied. So you know, from day to day, you could be doing so many different things.
Yeah.
But it's obviously a very demanding role as well, of course. So you get lots of public asking you questions and members of staff asking questions too, or you know, could just have your help with this, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But of course, I love that. I love sharing my own knowledge as well and passing that on.
I mean, it beats a 9-to-5 desk job, doesn't it?
Oh,
it's we work 8 o'clock till 4.
Yeah.
Usually in horticulture, you do normally start work at 8 o'clock, or some gardens even start at 7:30.
Yeah.
great.
So I don't know of any horticultural jobs really that do start at 9.
No.
But yeah, certainly on the island they do, like, especially for manual jobs on the island, they like to finish at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very
Sounds
different
like
to the
an
mainland.
amazing job, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's very relaxed atmosphere in the whole of the island anyway.
Yeah.
When I first arrived, I felt like I'd gone back in time by about 30 years or so. But of course we do have internet, of course.
Yeah,
We do
good,
have internet.
good.
That's always important.
I used to live in Southsea.
Oh, did you?
And,
just across the water.
Exactly, with my boyfriend at the time, and we used to take. We were just out of uni, and so you know, not didn't have 2 coins to rub together really, but we used to jump on the ferry or hovercraft over to the Isle of Wight and camp.
Oh, that's excellent.
And we didn't take a car.
That's
We'd
great.
just take a rucksack and our little 2-man tent.
Oh, that's great.
We would back then we would just pitch it anywhere, to be honest, with not even campsites. I remember pitching right on a cliff top overlooking the sea. I couldn't tell you where it was now.
On the edge?
Many years ago. No, we stayed a healthy,
Okay,
respectable distance from the corroding edge.
Health and security.
Thanks for your concern so sweetly. But we absolutely loved it.
A lot of the population are what they call Overners. So I'm an Overner. It means you've come from over the mainland.
Oh, right.
Gotcha.
And if you're a holiday maker, you're known as a Grockle.
Oh,
we were Grockle.
So of course they've got all these regional words that you have to learn, of course. So yes, I'm not a Grockle anymore. I'm an Overner.
Got it.
But I'm not a Culkhead, because a Culkhead is an islander.
Right.
Oh,
would you ever become a Culkhead? At what point? So you'll never get.
I think they're very strict about that. No.
I've been born and bred. Well then, what would be the 4 other ornamentals?
So I've got Hibiscus rosa sinensis.
Oh.
So the big flowered red hibiscus.
Yeah. Another
I've got
very
memories of those in
tropically
Rhodes in Greece.
Yeah,
you go
exactly.
to Rhodes, they're everywhere.
Oh.
Gorgeous. So
beautiful.
tropical looking,
So
aren't
tropical, yeah.
they? Yeah,
Love that.
really iconic tropical thing. I've also got another tropical plant, so all of these actually grew at Birmingham in the glass houses actually.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So that's partly why as well. Heliconia rostrata.
What's that?
Heliconias you do from South America and the Caribbean, and you do sometimes see them as cut flowers in florists, but they're very expensive, of course, because they've literally come from the tropics.
Oh, yeah.
And they're brightly coloured, and they're usually red and yellow.
Right.
And so Heliconia rostrata is, how can I put it? The plant itself has long, tall stems up to 3-4 metres tall.
Wow.
With long paddle-shaped leaves like a banana.
Right.
Long and narrow.
Okay.
I think they are distant cousins of bananas. And yeah, the flowers or inflorescences, which is obviously a cluster of flowers, especially with Heliconia rostrata, forms like a pendant, sort of zigzaggy sort of shaped flower in red and yellow.
Oh.
Isn't it the symbol
know.
of South America or something? They have certain symbols.
Could be.
And
Could be.
I remember a Bolivian girl I met.
Could
and
well
she
be,
told
because
me all
some
the symbols of
Yeah,
South
some of them
America.
are definitely from Bolivia, so it could well be. Well done. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And the flowers look waxy, but in fact, when you touch them, they're quite hairy, or furry, I should say. Furry would be a better
cool.
word. Very short hairs.
I've just looked them up. I know the one you're talking about, and yes, I would think they were waxy. I wouldn't think they were
Yeah,
hairy
but they're
at all.
not. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny how plants can deceive sometimes.
It
Yeah,
also calls them the lobster claw,
that's right.
Oh.
which is
lobster
a
claw.
good description,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
it
very
is.
good
They are
description.
stunning, though.
Yeah.
And in fact, when they're pollinated and they produce seeds, the seeds are either purple or blue.
Wow.
which is not what you would
Amazing.
imagine.
What
So you've got
size
the
are
red
the
and yellow
seeds?
flowers and a purple or blue berries.
That's
Which
just
is
beautiful.
incredible.
And what size are the seeds?
Oh crikey! Only about 3 or 4 millimeters across.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's quite small.
Maybe 4 or 5 millimeters. Yeah, something
What
like
Big old
pollinates
plant.
them? Is it hummingbirds? Or?
that. Hummingbirds, yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, being from the Americas,
Yeah.
and of course they're attracted to red flowers and especially tubular ones too.
Yes, of course.
I've got Cordyline fruticosa
oh,
on my list, which is a Thai plant, which is it's a house plant. I've got some in my house actually. You can get them in variegated foliage as well, and it's in fact the plant that they use, the only plant that they use to make Hawaiian skirts from.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Really?
Hawaii.
That is
And
so
I've
cool.
never been to Hawaii. It's on my to-do list
Yeah.
in the future. But if you Google photographs of Hawaii in the landscapes, you see them. They're normally purple-leaved or bright pink-leaved
Right.
plants, and they make small trees, 2 or 3, maybe 4 meters maximum tall.
Right.
Quite spindly trees, but the foliage is a
Strappy
very
foliage.
bright pinky purple,
Fantastic.
really striking.
So we
and
have a
vertical
cordyline, don't we?
leaves.
But
we do have a cordyline.
Yeah, we have. Obviously, we can grow cordyline australis in the UK,
Australis.
can't we?
Yeah,
And we
that-
have lots of those at Ventnor.
yeah.
The New Zealand cabbage palm, as it's called.
Oh, right.
But of course,
Oh, yeah.
cordylines are not strictly palms. They are in the lily family.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that does
Yeah.
make sense.
So they have white flowers usually, fragrant as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they're not true palms as such.
not true.
Gosh,
palm.
that's
So
sounds
those
beautiful.
are. And I do have one more actually. So there's a
Yes.
4. But I've got my final one for ornamentals is the lipstick palm, which
What
you
is
never
that?
see in the UK.
What's
And
that
that's
like?
called Certostachys render. And so it's like a palm. The leaves are normally green, but the stems are brilliant red, like a bright red
Wow.
lipstick.
Oh,
it is
cool.
shockingly red.
Really?
It is, wow. Like
Oh.
like a glowing red.
Yeah.
You know, again, it just shows you that you don't always need flowers
No.
or even leaves to be showy.
Yeah.
You can have bark, of course, or stems, you know, such as in dogwoods, of course,
Of
or
course,
cornus.
Yeah.
And berries and bark, of course, as well.
So this palm, what sort of size is it? How tall does it stand?
It can get a good several metres tall, of course. You can get up to about 4 or 5 metres, but of course you need tropical conditions
Yeah.
to grow it.
And what are
you
the
know.
leaves like?
The leaves are more like Kentia palm. We sometimes have
Oh,
Kentia
okay.
palm, some
Yeah.
DIY
Oh, yeah.
stores in the UK.
Yeah.
So just like that, so pinnate leaves,
Yeah,
where you've got lots
beautiful.
of leaflets.
And are
Yeah,
they
so it's just
coloured
like that.
red as well, or is it just
No, they're
the
not.
stem
They're
that's
normally
red?
just green, but you get the contrast
Oh,
between the
sounds
green and the
stunning.
red.
Does sound amazing.
Gorgeous.
And like a
Just-
proper
But it's-
red.
Yeah, but it's really exactly. But it's really difficult to pick just 5, isn't it? Really,
Oh.
Really
And
hard.
because I nearly put down another palm called Bismarckia nobilis, which is a sort of a purplishy blue silver leaf.
Right.
And I do
wow.
love my palms. And actually, we have the national collection of palms at VBG.
VBG.
So we have
Oh.
the best collection of palms in the UK.
Really?
That's amazing.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
3
incredible.
national collections: palms, Puya, which is spelt P-U-Y-A, or Poya,
Yeah.
which is in the bromeliad family or the pineapple family.
Oh, is it a
Um,
Poya
Chilensis.
yes, well done, excellent. Yes.
I know
So
that
we have
one.
the best collection of those and most species.
Wow.
Yeah, well done, Sweet Pea. That's great.
I love
and then
that
last
plant.
year we had the national collection of eucalyptus awarded to us.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so the best collection of eucalyptus. So we have about
your
40
beer?
different types.
yes.
You pretend it's because you're trying to have a national collection, but it's just for your beer, isn't it?
Just for the beer.
Who knows, in the future we might have a national collection of citrus. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Watch this space.
That is amazing.
So your dream garden is definitely conjuring up vibrant, lots of
Yes.
colour, tropical, warm places, obviously from
Yeah.
your time working in your glass houses at
Yes.
Birmingham. If your
Yes.
garden could be anywhere in the world, where would you have it?
That's a good
Oh,
point.
crikey. Anywhere in the world, wow. Really tricky one, isn't it? I mean, I love the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
Absolutely
Yes.
gorgeous.
it is.
But of course, a lot of these plants that I'm mentioning are from sort of the Caribbean regions.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
they've got that climate. And I haven't yet been to the Caribbean, so another
Oh, okay.
area
Yeah.
I've got on my
Ooh.
wish list to go to.
They're definitely
or,
tropical.
or
aren't they?
Hawaii or somewhere
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, so yeah,
So somewhere
Great.
between tropical, as you imagine the tropics to be, and
yes,
the med, which you know well.
But of course, obviously at VBG we're getting closer towards med, which is amazing. You see, so
don't need to go anywhere, do you?
That's why I chose. So that's why I chose more tropical. That's another reason why I chose more tropical stuff, because I thought if I had my chance again.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we visited you in 10 years' time at your current home, the sea will have eroded back to your wall. So you'll have sea views, you'll have bougainvilleas flowering everywhere. You'll have your own little piece of the med right there. Every cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Well then, what would be 5 edible plants for your
5 edible plants? Well, definitely one of them would have to be banana.
Yep.
Yeah, so the edible banana. So Musa dwarf Cavendish, which is the most widely cultivated banana at the moment. But of course, they're worried about that because of having plant disease.
All right.
Because most of the world's commercial bananas, or possibly all of them, are the same variety.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to work on that to make some variation. So that they're more disease resistant.
Yeah.
But there are some actual newer ones for the UK actually, which are better at producing more edible fruits.
Right.
So of course most people are growing Musa Basju, the Japanese banana, the hardy one, but they're not very good for eating. Very small fruits, big seeds, not much flesh. You can break your teeth on the seeds. But there are some other varieties now that you can get. And actually, I'm growing those in my private garden here.
Right.
I grew them at Birmingham, some from seed.
Did you sneak some seed out when you left?
And I've got that on my private YouTube channel, The Plantaholic on YouTube.
Oh, you've got a YouTube channel.
So, yes. I haven't posted for almost 2 years now, sorry everybody.
Oh, no!
But obviously I've been busy moving to the island.
A little bit busy.
Yeah.
But you can see my previous garden in Birmingham, and you can see that I grew bananas from seed. And I've actually brought those plants with me. They're here on the island, planted in the garden, growing. They're going bananas, of course.
Yeah, of course.
In the climate. And I'm hoping that by next year, one of them will produce flowers and fruit for the first time.
Amazing.
I hope
and that's
so.
called Helen's Hybrid.
Right.
And that's supposed to be the best at the moment to grow in the UK for edible fruit.
So what diseases are bananas prone to that you're concerned about?
Oh, good question. I can't remember. To be honest, I can't remember the exact disease, but obviously it's out there on Google. So
is there one specific one, or are they just quite prone to a lot of things? Because they
I think it's there's a big one that's sort of they're worried about. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you do want to get some varieties to get that resistance.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
And dwarf Cavendish, I've mentioned that, but of course you can grow it outside for the summertime, but it's not at all hardy, so it's no good trying to grow that outside permanently in the UK.
Something I did want to ask was, you talked about having 3 national collections. I've always wondered, what do you have to do when you have a national collection? Like,
really good question, Sweet Pea.
that you have in
place? Thank you for asking that, because it's really important, especially if people would love to do that themselves. So you have to obviously have a lot of plants of that type. You have to have at least 3 specimens of each species or cultivar ideally, to make sure that you don't lose it.
Okie dokie.
And you have to record where you got the plants from. When did you get them, that kind of thing, so a database again. You have to grow them really well, and ideally you're looking for a wide selection of them as well. Once you've got that, you then need to approach Plant Heritage, which is a charity, which is a national charity for the UK, and they're the only ones that have the clout really and the official guidance for national collection, so you have to register it through them.
Okay.
And so they assess it. You have to fill out online forms, submit that, they assess it, and then say either sorry, you need to do a little bit work on, can we recommend you do this, that and the other, or congratulations, you've got the collection in the national collection. And they send you a board which you can display to prove. They have their own database called Persephone 2, and you can upload everything onto that and keep it up to date on there, and we use that at VBG as well.
Okay,
interesting,
very interesting. Well then, what would be the other 4 edibles?
For edibles, coconut. And if we're going tropical,
we're staying tropical.
So Cocos nucifera is
wow.
the Latin, or the scientific name I should say for that. I'd also have papaya.
Oh my gosh, this is brilliant.
Date palms, and we do have date palms producing dates at VBG, and guess what? They taste like dates amazingly. They're just starting to produce fruit for the first time.
That's
amazing.
Brilliant.
How long do they take before they produce fruit?
Yeah.
Oh, they take, crikey, around about 20 years. That's a long-term thing.
Ooh,
in the UK
patience.
at the moment,
wow.
Who knows, that could change in the future, of course. Yeah, so they've been producing it for the last couple of years, and me and the curator tried some. They're about acorn sized, and they're not particularly fleshy. So they've only got a little bit of flesh in them. It's almost as if the plant's only just started and the climate's not quite right somehow. We don't really understand it, but it's really cool because we're learning from it, and we're recording all of this.
Yeah.
But when you taste it, it's exactly like a date.
Like a date.
Same sweetness and taste is there.
How exciting!
So
how many
amazing.
dates do you get per palm?
Oh,
About.
crikey! Oh gosh, at least 50, maybe 100 at least.
Wow.
But you know, obviously that will increase as they mature.
Mm.
And we've got one magnificent specimen which is about 25 years old. And it's about 10 metres tall. It is huge.
10 metres?
It's gorgeous. It's stunning. And then we've got a row of them in the arid garden, which are 20 years old this year. And those are the ones that are producing the dates.
How do you get the dates from the 10-metre tall one?
Good point.
Funnily enough, that one, I haven't seen dates on that one yet. So we don't have that worry at the moment.
A very long ladder.
But we do have to go up some triple extension ladders to help to prune some of the leaves off sometimes.
That's
so it's a big
do you
job.
go up?
Not me, but
No.
I've got some trustworthy colleagues who've got a
Quite
better
happy
head for heights
to
than
shimmy.
me.
Yes, yeah.
So
I'm like you, Wayne. I'm not good with the heights.
No.
I'm not. I used to be terrified when I was younger.
No.
I've gradually conquered a lot of the fear, but it's still there, especially up ladders anyway when they bend and flex. I'm not keen on that.
I used to be all right, but since having sweet pea, I get the fear of all sorts of things, and heights is one of them. But it's nice to know that's not a prerequisite for having a career in horticulture. Being able to shimmy
I'm
up a
okay
ladder.
on planes. I love planes, but ladders when they bend,
No, it's not
a little
good.
bit scary.
Yeah,
No.
we've got one of those telescopic ladders. You know,
Yeah,
the ones that you pull out and
I
they
do.
really bend.
yeah, no.
I bought this enormous one to the side of our house to get
So
the ivy
funny.
from the tiles. And I said, "Look, got this off Amazon, sweet pea, no problem. I'll just scoot up here." And I got about 4 rungs up and just said, "I can just go and do it." So now I have to pay someone once a year to do the ivy.
Yeah. Well, then, I think you've got one final edible plant.
Have I really? Oh yes, I have.
Yes.
Citrus, of course.
Of course.
Citrus.
Of course.
No Buddha's hand?
brainer. Oh yeah.
But
What
Buddha's
type?
hand is a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your
just
favourite one?
I'm one of these crazy people that can eat a slice of lemon. You know, when you get it on in a drink or on or on as a salad garnish, I can do it. It's not very good for your teeth. I shouldn't recommend that, everybody. It's really bad for your teeth.
So the way we get our daily vitamin C is, it used to be we'd have a warm water with half a lemon squeezed in it.
Yeah.
But then I was worried about sweet pea's teeth. So now we actually have a shot glass and we squeeze a lemon and we shoot
Have
it
about
back
that
just to bypass the teeth as much as possible.
Yeah, there you go. Excellent.
Every day.
Great.
Because that's the only downside of lemons. Everything else is positive. They're so good for you. But
also loving cooking, lime as well. Obviously,
Lime's
in
gorgeous.
Dishes.
And
it
also
really makes a difference in a dish, doesn't it?
It
Or
does.
as a garnish. Yeah.
And a lime on a hot day. So after I've mown the lawn and I'm absolutely boiling hot, I'll have a large glass of lime juice and ice in it and water.
Yeah.
That's
Really
nice.
good.
Freshly squeezed.
Yeah.
Really, really
Lovely.
nice.
Oh, making me thirsty now.
Yeah.
What would be one statement tree for your garden?
Oh, wow. I've got a feeling that I'm coming out with all these weird and wonderful plants.
They're brilliant. I'm loving
You
them.
possibly
Absolutely
haven't
love
heard
them.
of, which is great though, isn't it?
Of course it
it's
is.
great
It's
that
what we
we
want
all
to
sort
hear.
of learn new stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So my statement tree is Delonix regia, and it's known as the flamboyant tree or the Royal Poinciana, and that's from Madagascar in the wild.
Oh, it's not a poinsettia. Not a poinsettia.
That's a dog.
No, it's not a poinsettia. It's a
That's not a dog.
Poinciana, they call it. Royal Poinciana, yeah. And I've actually seen them on holiday about, I think it was back in 2001 from memory. Went to Gran Canaria.
Oh, right.
In the Canary Islands, and they are everywhere as street trees.
Oh, really?
And they're only they're everywhere, and they are a small street tree, about between 3 and 5 meters tall, but the flowers are vivid red, and the leaves are like a jacaranda tree.
Oh, I still don't know that.
Okay, so jacaranda is a blue flowered tree, subtropical, from South America.
Right.
Those are gorgeous too.
That sounds amazing.
Another plant I'm going to trial outside
actual
of
blue
VBG,
flower?
of course. Yeah, like a purpley blue. Yeah.
Does everything start in your back garden and then get taken over to VBG?
Not all, but quite a few. I don't have the Delenix there or the jacaranda, but we have a jacaranda at VBG under glass,
right?
Which I'm thinking of planting outside eventually.
Oh,
I'm just waiting for the right spot for it. So.
Right. And so that's not frost resistant, but will be all right.
No, it's not. No, but you can grow them in places such as Italy and Greece, of course, around the Mediterranean region. But the Delenix, anyway, has like a very similar leaf to that, and it's a very delicate, almost like a ferny sort of style leaf, pinnate leaves,
right.
Oh, yes.
tiny little leaflets. So even when they're not in bloom, the foliage is beautiful too, very delicate and airy. But the flowers are vivid red, and it's got numerous petals, but the most upright of the petals, almost like your index finger, if that sort of makes sense, on the top, is known as the standard petal.
Right.
And that's got a flash of white streaked with the red.
Right.
And then on that white, there's a flash of yellow.
Wow.
Just on that top one.
That's amazing. I love
so
that.
do have a look online.
We're definitely going to be looking at that
and
afterwards.
A lot of these.
You can imagine these vivid red flowered trees, which is really exotic for us in the UK. We don't have anything like that.
No.
And of course, when the petals fall, they can make a bit of a mess. I bet the gardeners find it a bit frustrating, but that red carpet underneath.
Exactly. It's nice, isn't it?
Very, very nice.
Gosh, you're opening our eyes to a whole load of new plants here.
That's good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's perfect.
Well then, the next question is, would you like a pond or a pool in your dream garden, and what plant would you have in there?
Well, I thought about this, and I thought, well, if I've got a tropical style garden or a hot style garden, really, I mean, if I'm allowed, I'd love a swimming pool.
Oh, of course.
Of course you are.
No, I mean, why wouldn't you want that if you've got a hot climate? If the heat gets a bit too much, you've got that.
Everyone would be wanting one, won't they, soon?
They would, definitely.
Completely.
And next to that, I'd have birds of paradise.
Oh, yeah.
Or Strelitzia
Oh,
regina.
my goodness me.
As statement plants.
This is the most beautiful garden. So much colours. Birds of paradise are unbelievable, aren't they? The flower is absolutely stunning.
So the South African, aren't they? And they've got the bright orange crest, sometimes yellow.
Yeah.
And they look like a bird, don't they?
Yeah.
The beak, like a beak. And we've got them at VBG outside.
Wow.
And I've overwintered one in my own private garden last winter. So on the west side of the house where it's more sheltered.
Is this
and it's got 5 flower buds on it as well.
Is this one that was at VBG and you said I should probably take this home and look after it?
Because I think...
Is that what happens with a lot of these plants? I'm trying to understand how you're getting all these gorgeous plants in your back garden.
No, so I did have them in my own private garden in Birmingham. So I used to have a conservatory. So, and as you'll see, if you look at my YouTube channel, I used to put them outside for the summer and then have to bring them inside and think, in the autumn I used to think, crikey, why do I do this? I must be crazy. Honestly, I used to have to move so much stuff. And of course, talking about frosts earlier, it was 600 feet above sea level, as far away as the sea you could get. So of course we did have heavy frosts there, or they do have heavy frosts there.
We've heard it's like a short season, so late and early frost days.
Yeah, exactly. So really, the plants that I used to grow, that I used to sort of put outside for the summer, they were only outside for about 5 months of the year, really, and then inside for 7 months. So, but
but I was
trying to push the boundary. And the conservatory was never heated. I never did that. So everything had to survive in that unheated conservatory, which is we used to go down to just above freezing.
Right.
But of course, I've got that climate here now.
Yeah.
That's
outside.
brilliant.
Oh my gosh,
It's
what a great
amazing.
move you've made.
What is your favourite area of the botanical gardens that you love to be in?
I think definitely one of my favourite parts of the garden is the arid garden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I feel like I'm doing a bit of a spoil if I tell you what's there.
Oh, really?
Crikey.
Yeah,
But,
Can you give us a trailer?
There's some very architectural plants in there.
Right.
Okay.
Lots of evergreens too.
Is the Poachilensis in that one?
Yeah, where is the Poachilensis?
Yes, they are actually.
They're in
Yes,
there.
they are. Yeah.
They're amazing.
And many other poyas as well.
Right.
So,
okay.
some of the names I can't remember, to be honest. There's lots of ones new to me. So it's going to take a while for me to memorise all of those.
Yeah.
So, but you can't tell us any more about the arid garden until we come visit.
Lots of big architectural plants, and many of them are evergreen. So hopefully I've given you a few ideas what they could be. But obviously arid garden means dry.
Yes.
Safe facing slope. Lots of lizards running around actually. Wall lizards.
Yeah.
Really? So they're Italian. They had some
lizards.
DNA tests. Wall lizards outside. Yeah, about 30 centimetres long.
Yeah.
And they're from Italy. They don't know who brought them over, when or why.
Right.
But they're all over Ventnor Botanic Garden and also Ventnor Town.
Yeah.
And the males are green and the females are brown. They hibernate during the winter time, but you see them, of course, all over the rocks and the paving from the end of March until way into October.
I've often said I was a lizard in my last life. I just need a hot rock to get me started.
Me too. Hence all these wonderful exotic plants.
Yeah. So have you got some aloe vera plants in the arid?
Well, we don't yet, but we have some under glass, so I will be planting some outside, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they are fairly tender, you see, but I want to, so we have other aloes there.
No more.
We have other aloes.
I will ask, what is the swimming pool like that you're wanting? Give me kind of everything. Form, shape, look.
Wow, I hadn't even thought of that actually.
So
how about an infinity pool?
An infinity pool, my goodness me, with the sea view behind it.
This is getting better and better and better.
Infinity pool, brilliant idea. And will you have tiles or decking around your pool?
Mm-hmm.
I think tiles. Yeah.
I prefer tiles.
Yeah.
What colour?
Maybe terracotta.
Oh, okay.
Oh, lovely.
Sort of Mediterranean, sort of
That's
contrasting with the lovely water.
Gorgeous. And do you want a sizable one or just a plunge pool type thing? Are you wanting to?
Oh, a sizable one, of course.
Sizable, of course.
Yeah, when you got friends and family round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Partey. Final question is, what would be your favourite seating area and drink, and a final plant for that area?
Right, okay. So I would have something comfy to sit on, of course. So probably loungers or something like that.
Oh, good lounger.
To make the most of the sunshine as well.
Wooden or metal or?
I think wooden.
Mm-hmm.
Wooden.
They're more sustainable.
With cushions?
And obviously metal can get very hot as well in the sunshine, can't it?
Yes.
So probably wooden sustainably, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the key, isn't it?
Of course.
You know, have to be sustainable wood.
And your cushions would be what sort of colour?
Vibrant colours, I should imagine.
Of course. Yeah.
That's a good point. Vibrant.
I don't know about you, I feel so privileged to be able to see in colour.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously most of us can't we?
Yeah.
You know, and so many animals can't, can they? You know, so, you know, I mean, most of us love our garden so much because of colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to celebrate that is just amazing. So definitely the more colour the better.
For sure.
And the one plant I'd love to grow, which I've never grown into maturity actually, and I'd have that near the swimming pool, and I've always dreamt about growing it, which is going to be a new one I'm sure, is Cananga odorata. And Cananga certainly sounds tropical, doesn't it?
It does.
Great name. It's known as Lang Lang.
Oh,
yeah.
You get the scent.
Yeah.
You've got that fragrant sweet pea in your
I have. I
soap
put it in my
kit.
soaps.
Do you?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
lovely.
and it's a key ingredient in a very famous perfume called Chanel No. 5.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, which is amazing.
It's a nice fragrance.
Wow.
And it has a floral banana jasmine scent.
Right. So what does the plant look like?
Yeah.
So it has, the leaves are quite usual. It's a shrub.
Mm-hmm.
It can grow into a large shrub. It's a fast growing shrub, tropical of course. And the leaves are sort of oval shaped, but the flowers are more like almost like a gardenia
Right.
sort of flower,
Yeah.
like a creamy
Yeah,
flower. Yeah.
Are the leaves quite small?
I would say medium sized.
So what sort of size?
Yeah, they're sort of nondescript, really. You
Right.
know, a lot of plants would have those kind of leaves, to be honest.
Because all of your other plants pretty much are big, dramatic leaves, aren't they?
Yeah, but this obviously you're growing it for the scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So rather than the visual.
Having
So
that
you could
next to a
plant it.
lounger.
You could plant it really quite some distance away, and it would still travel on the warm breeze.
Really?
So,
Do you have
yeah.
some at VBG?
no, 'cause it's truly tropical. We couldn't
Right.
grow that outside, yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
who knows in the future? Way
Yeah,
into the future we
one
could
day.
do perhaps. So, but yeah, so
Beautiful.
a lovely comfy lounger
Yeah.
near the pool
Mm.
with the bird of paradise, as well as
Yeah.
the other ornamentals I mentioned, and the fragrance and the lang lang.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And your
I
drink?
love your choices.
Drink. Well, if you was in the tropics, you'd have to go for rum, wouldn't you? Really.
Oh. Rum in the
with
tropics.
a squeeze of lime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I thought you were going to say a pina colada. Which
Yeah.
was
Well,
sweet
yeah,
tea.
that as well. Yeah, in moderation, of course.
Of course, goes without saying.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with that heat.
Well, I'm going to read you back the Dream Garden just in case there's anything you've missed out
wow,
or
okay.
anything.
Great, thank
I'm going
you.
to read you the menu pretty much of your garden. So, garden boundary, we had beautiful 2 to 3 meter high Cotswold stone walls, sea view kind of beyond. We're going probably tropical Mediterranean vibes of where we are.
Yeah.
Then you wanted a greenhouse for exotic plants, solar panels to heat it, bespoke Hartley Botanic, big everything with fans and vents in there as well.
Yeah.
Then your 5 ornamentals, we had Bougainvillea, Hibiscus rosa sinensis, Heliconia rostrata, Cordyline fruticosa, and the lipstick palm. Your 5
Fantastic.
edibles, we had the banana mousse, dwarf Cavendish, possibly Helen's hybrid as well. Coconut plant as well, papaya, date palms, and citrus, all of them, because we could not decide. Loved all of them. Then you had a Delonix regia as your tree. Then you wanted an infinity pool with the sea behind it and birds of paradise around and terracotta tiles. Then you were going to have a lounger, nice sustainable wood with vibrant coloured cushions and a Kananga odorata and a rum and lime to drink.
Pure
Excellent,
perfection.
that sounds great, doesn't it?
And I'm
Absolutely
going to come
wonderful.
over to
Yeah.
that garden.
And I'd certainly dream about that during the winter months.
Yeah, of course.
definitely, Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's been wonderful. Thanks so much for imagining that one up for us. Really, really love
Thank
it.
you. It's been a pleasure. Really has. It's been great fun.
Thank you. That's been a good old chit chat with Wayne.
Lovely. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.